Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Supercars of London. Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to what is technically my second drive in the Aston Martin Vantage, but is going to be my first drive on camera and also my first drive over around 10 miles, because I've literally driven it back from Aston Martin Hatfield to home, to the shops and back, and I've been treating it very much as my daily. But things are about to get a little bit ridiculous on Supercars of London, because obviously I've just collected this from Grange Aston Martin Hatfield. I have just come back from Portugal, where I drove the amazing Peugeot 208 and E208, which I fell in love with. So we were going boom, 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 boom like this on the channel. And right now I'm driving this to the airport to fly to Dubai to go supercar shopping, because out in Dubai there are quite a few bargains to be had. So I'm going cheap supercar shopping in Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. And let me kick things off by saying I've just had 3 hours sleep on the flight over here, landed at 7 AM, and now it is time to tell you exactly what is going in and fill you in, because you may remember when I had my Lamborghini Murcielago recently wrapped with the new Fabspeed exhaust, I took it to Eurospares to work out just how much it would cost to convert my car to an SV modification. Since then, I've been having numerous meetings with them, working out how we can create some cool content to bring you guys something a little bit different, something a little bit unique, other than just supercar ownership and modifying supercars. And we came up with an idea. Because there are so many cheap supercars out here in the Middle East, we were going to put our money together and import a cheap supercar. So today we are outside the Atana Hotel with an 812 Superfast here as our rental car, because inside is Superior Car Rentals, and they have hooked us up with an 812 Superfast to go supercar shopping in Dubai. I don't really know what is going on, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supercars of London in Dubai. Let's get this video cracking, and by the end of this video, hopefully, we will have a shortlist of cars that we're potentially going to import back to the UK. Myself, Supercars of London, and Eurospares are teaming up, partnering up for one of the most epic YouTube series to date. Alex, about 2 hours ago, how were you feeling having just landed?
Oh, a little bit tired after the flight, you know.
And how about now?
Oh, excited!
I haven't even had a Monster, and like, I am so awake at what a ridiculous immigration, straight through, getting picked up by Aziz, who you guys will meet on camera, I'm sure, in the next couple of videos. But we're in Dubai for 48 hours to go to as many supercar dealerships as possible, because out here it's a culture to have the newest, and everyone wants to be seen driving the latest cars.
Yeah.
Which means that the supply to used supercars is much greater than the demand, meaning that it's actually quite a cheap marketplace.
And well,
to buy
everyone is driving their cars as well, so they've got some mileage on them, so
Yeah.
they're a little bit cheaper.
Exactly. So for the next 48 hours, myself and Alex are going to be going from dealership to dealership, hunting down a cheap supercar that myself and Eurospares can import back to the UK, and then use the Eurospares depth of stock to add little bits here and there. Whatever car it is that we buy, Eurospares obviously specialise in Ferrari, Lamborghini and Maserati. So that's what we have to stick to. And let's see how cheap we can get a supercar.
To some people, this is going to be like actual consumer advice.
Stop number one then, 812 parked over there, and you were literally just talking about how these cars get used out here.
Yeah, people love to drive their cars out here.
Explain how many kilometres that 812 Supercars you got.
40,000.
40,000 kilometres
On an 812.
on an 812, which is essentially brand new, but we come to the first stop. So we have a very good friend who you will meet in these videos, who is ushering us around to these dealerships so that we get an insight into some of the cars that are for sale. But I think he's aiming a little bit too high, because we've come to Q Motors, And the only car that I can see in the window is an F50. What? Aziz, welcome to the channel. Thank you for hooking us up as always. And this is... I don't think we're going to find many cheap supercars in here.
That's fine, we're here to supercar shopping in Dubai, so...
This is what happens. We start high and then start getting a little bit more reasonable. F50 with immaculate paint. I don't know whether you can see, but the carbon weave is ridiculous. F12 TDF, 599 GTO, 599 SA Aperta, Enzo, F50, LaFerrari, 918 there, another 918 there, 3 Veyrons lined up. This place is unbelievable. So I think what we should probably do is play a little music montage so that you can get just the scale of this place is out of this world. Look at this lineup here, okay? So we've got a brand new LP610-4, which is coming out at 865,000 dirhams. 865,000 dirhams. Look at this satin yellow Aventador, 740,000 dirhams. Done 18,000 kilometers, so it hasn't even done that many miles. But that is incredibly cheap, around 150, 160,000 pounds, British pounds. So we've got this Performante here, which again hasn't done that many miles, 975,000 dirhams, 740,000. I think realistically we're going to be looking at sub 100,000 pounds, which in the UK would get the likes of a Ferrari F430, a Lamborghini Gallardo, and definitely a couple of Maserati Gran Turismos. But out here, you could potentially sneak your way into a Ferrari 599 GTB, potentially even a 458. I don't think Hurricanes have dropped that low yet, but I am in Sam's ultimate heaven with all of these Ferraris and the F50 there. The F50 and the Enzo aren't for sale, but there we go. As a first introduction to some of the supercars that are for sale in Dubai, not a bad place to start, but we move on. We've got 2 more showrooms to have a look at, and hopefully by the end of it, we will have a Lamborghini V12 starting up. We will have an idea and a short list of cars that we're going to go really on a hunt for, buy, and then bring back to the UK. Welcome to VIP Motors, where again I feel like Aziz has slightly missed the idea of what we're trying to do here and has gone a little bit over budget. We've got an amazingly spec'd, very classy McLaren P1 there, and then we've got a full carbon MSO McLaren P1. We've also got a McLaren Senna here, we have got a LaFerrari here, we have got a Veyron Grand Sport here, and then we've got 2 Chirons, a 177, a Fab Design SLS, 3 918s over there. However, the good news is, oh, there's a piece to that, I missed that. I can see a Gallardo, I can see a 430, I can also see a 458. So this is where I think we can start converting the AED or dirhams that they use in Dubai into British pounds and work out just how much cheaper some of these cars here are. But at the same time, I also want to have an amazing tour of this place as the alarm goes off. There is an unbelievable selection of cars here. So firstly, let's go and check out some of the cars that are more affordable and suit this video perfectly. I have my team. We have the currency converter here, and we also have the website up because none of these cars have prices on. So let's start with the Lamborghini Gallardo, seeing as that's what we've got, which is up at the front. Grigio Telesto, 2013, so it's the facelift of the facelift.
That's a 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary
as well. So 379,000 dirhams. So 84,000 pounds.
84 grand. Yeah. In the UK, that's like 120 grand car.
Wow. Let's buy it now. Bring it back. Yeah. Oh, we found it. We found what we
Ferrari
can
FF. Because there's a silver Ferrari FF over there, which I found.
449. So that's around 449. So 99,000 pounds. 99 grand.
Okay, yeah, you can get them sub 100 in the UK as well. We need to find the 458 that's over there. I'm really keen to know what the 458 is over there. So let's get that up on the website.
All right.
And try and convert that.
That's Novitec 458.
458. That's
600.
That seems expensive.
So 100 and 600 will be 600 is 130.
It's not bad actually.
Not bad at all for a
yeah.
Novitec 458.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Is there any other 458s? I think that's sort of like a silver one maybe.
I think so. A lot of their stuff sold. Red 458 sold. And their Pista.
Maybe it's that 458 at the front actually.
The yellow one?
It's been sold.
Yeah, the yellow one's been sold.
Okay.
Done.
All right.
But
that Gallardo's cheap.
the Gallardo's mental.
84
bro. I can't
grand.
believe it's 84,000 pounds.
Here we go then. Last stop for the video. There's a California T over there rolls past, but in the last place at VIP Motors we got a parking fine because we didn't realise that we actually had a pay and display machine, which we do now have as we head off to Alan Class Motors, which I've filmed before, but obviously they've got different stock and stuff, and I don't know whether you've noticed, but I'm starting to flag now off 3 hours sleep, and it is now 1 p.m. driving around, filming, taking everything in, and it is now 36 degrees. Aircon and a Saleen S7. I don't actually think I've seen one of these in the flesh. This is the first time on my YouTube channel I've ever documented a Saleen S7, which is pretty cool. We've got a very standard spec LaFerrari, which might fit into the sub 100 grand bracket because obviously no black wheels. But as you can see, there is a vast array of Lamborghinis and very, very special cars. We've got a Mansory DB11 there. We've got this beautiful Aventador S. And look at this. We have got SVJ, SV, Mercy SV. How cool is that? This is cool. It's a satin white, tyre stickers, Michelin tyre stickers with the Martini livery. We've got this wildly wrapped 812 Superfast. It's kind of like a flip camo, marble effect, GT2 RS, P1, which might have been here last time, another 918, and a 720S. That is a Veneno Roadster. This 720S, I can imagine, is quite cheap out in Dubai. And look at the shape underneath this. We have seen one in London recently. I couldn't quite capture it in London, which I was gutted about, but underneath here is a Veneno Roadster. Got a Veyron there, which is great, but this is a super special Rolls Royce, a drop head Hyperion by Pininfarina, 1 of 1. Does it say how much it costs? I don't think it does, but that is a truly special thing. 2-door, sweeping around the back, and try and squeeze around here to show you. Wow. I mean, look at the size of the tyres. We've got a Brabus G-Wagon here as well. I love coming to these dealerships. That will be cheap. This is going to be quite cheap. I don't know whether it's got a price tag on it, but this is going to be about 70-75 grand. And that is what I find so interesting with a place like this. They have got the hypercars, but they also tailor and cater for people that are looking for the second-hand stuff. There are so many supercar dealerships here in Dubai. You could go just off the strip and you can find a place full of used Ferraris, but obviously I've tried to balance it out and try and find the wild and the wacky, but also with the stuff that is potentially going to fit into my budget. Aston Martin, of course, is not under the Eurospares jurisdiction, but Ferrari, Lamborghini and Maserati are. And so far, we have had the Lamborghini Gallardo swoop underneath the price bracket. We've also had a Ferrari FF. That's a V12 Ferrari for under 100 grand, which is a hell of a lot of car for the money. But I really want to explore the options of the mid-engine V8 Ferraris, the 430 Scuderia and the 458. Speciales aren't going to fit within budget, but as first attempts go, I've got one more day here, I've got one more 24-hour period in Dubai, so hopefully over the next few videos you'll get an idea of what we are looking at so that we can take it back to the UK, back to Eurospares, buy a car, ship it over, document the entire process of what it takes to get a car from the Middle East over to England, registered and ready and legal to be running on the road. But this is an amazing journey. Let's try and get that Veneno uncovered, and then I'll end the video there. Well, I have some news, some exciting news, but we have to end the video on a little bit of a cliffhanger because the guys at Alan Class had to get permission for the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster because it is such a secret car that we are leaving without seeing the Veneno Roadster. It stayed undercover, I couldn't show you guys, but within the next 24 hours, we will have confirmation whether we can come back and film the Veneno Roadster, because that is a car that we should feature on the channel, right?
We'll get the permission.
We'll get the permission. Aziz is confident. But now we walk back into the oven, and day one, or the first 5 or 6 hours of Dubai, is well underway. You know why I have flown to Dubai. Myself and Eurospares are teaming up to buy a cheap supercar from the Middle East to ship back to the UK and share that experience with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited because, as I said, a supercar is coming to the channel that isn't the Aston Martin Vantage and will be joining the Lamborghini Murcielago. Things are getting mental just as we get into winter, which is the perfect time to drive a supercar in the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. The journey is just getting started. I'll see you soon. Head into the link in the description so that you can check out Eurospares and everything that they do so that you can understand a little bit more about the partnership. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.